In a blinding light, it appears from behind me. Hey everybody, Renegade 67 and/or 8 here with some more Let's Play Fate Stay 8 blind stream thing. So last time, we just barely got a little tease of Saber. We got, you could say, an invisible blade tease. That's almost a dick joke. But then I stopped because I had to pee, which is funny because it was a dick joke, and then I had to pee. I'm dirty. So let's play some more, and maybe you see some fighting. Swords beat lances. That's how Fire Emblem works. Swords are more accurate, therefore they win every time. What? Well, to be fair, if you have a lance attack a sword user, generally the sword and lance will even out and have the same accuracy, and lance will just be stronger by a good bit. But the sword user usually has more accuracy in general. If it's like a Myrmidon, now we're thinking with power. In a binding light, it appears from behind me. My mind stops. From behind me, so it will be up the butt. All I know is that the figure who appeared is a Grail. The moment it appears, it repels the lance thrust at my heart and steps up to the enemy without hesitation. Okay. Oh, so the thrust like lightning was prevented, I understand. Okay, let's do it. Let's be stepping. Ghost waifu, let's go. Can it be? The seventh Savanto? The man readies his deflected lance, and the girl swings something she is holding. Like her invisible sword or whatever, right? Something like that? Sparks fly twice. A strong swing. The man hesitates, receiving a heavy blow from the Grail. Ka! He must have realized he's at a disadvantage. Yeah, you can't beat swords with lances. As he jumps out of the shed with bestial speed. While keeping her guard up against the man, she quietly turns to me. To be fair, the weapon triangle's never been that potent, at least in canonical Fire Emblem games. There are some fan-made Fire Emblem games that I quite like that generally make the weapon triangle a lot beefier, which I prefer. But also, to be fair, if you get like a level 20 of the second class versus a level 20 of the first class, generally the weapon triangle doesn't matter that much, even with a beefed up version. Well, okay, if it's really beefed up, it might matter. But anyways. Oh, here's the image from the beginning. Yeah. The wind is strong today. Speaking of actually a really strong weapon triangle where it kind of matters, I'm thinking of the Radiant Dawn hack that I played a bit on my YouTube stream. That had like magic do +4 damage as in the weapon triangle, but that was with fire, wind, and thunder versus each other. But then because they all were good against light, when light attacked dark, because light was good against dark but bad against the others, light did like 12 extra damage or something against dark. It was crazy. Anyways, that's an example where even a big level difference might not stop the light mage from crushing the dark magic. The wind is strong today, but it was fair because dark magic is good against all the other magics, or something. The clouds drift and the moon appears for a brief moment. The silver light that shines into the shed lights up the girl in knightly form. Ellipses. I'm speechless. Not because I'm confused by the sudden turn of events, but because she's fucking hot. I'm at a loss for words because of this girl's overwhelming beauty. I've gotten some people, in my comments, they're defending, they're like, no, Saber best waifu. And I'm like, I mean, okay, I guess I'll give it a chance, but like, she hasn't really aged, and she's kind of a ghost, and she was the same age when Shiro was like 6 or whatever, so I think there's a bit of an age difference of at least a few hundred years, but it's okay because she's physically the same age, right? Like a little squick. Dash, 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 dash. The girl stares at me emotionlessly with her jewel-like eyes. Oh, hey, that was from the beginning of the game. I ask of you, are you my master? That's a tough question to answer. I don't even think Shiro knows if he is or not. He probably doesn't even know what that means. Also, to Saber, I don't know if she had an idiot hair in Fate Zero. See that? The one strand of hair standing up? That's usually, I mean, you'll see that a lot of time I don't know. It's generally referred to as like the idiot hair, and you'll see it a lot of the time with main characters in certain series. Like Danganronpa loves the idiot hair on the main character, but yeah, Fate did not think about it from that perspective. Although Saber's not really the main character, but I guess she's the main servant. I don't know. She says in a valiant voice.
Master.
Now that I think about it, maybe she did have it in Fate Zero. Ahoge is always with Saber. Okay, yeah. Now that I think about it, yeah, I hadn't really thought about it. I guess I wasn't thinking about it at the time. To be fair, at the time I wasn't as familiar with the term Ahoge, but now I know what it is. Anyways, Master? Saber's not dumb, how dare you? I only repeat back her words. Or maybe she is dumb in this version. I don't think of her as dumb in Fate Zero, but maybe Fate Stay Night is dumb. What? I mean, Fate Stay Night's not dumb. It's just Saber this. What? I don't know. I'm just now making my impression of her. We'll see. I only repeat back her words. I don't know who she is or what she's talking about. Or what she is. All I know is that this small girl is the same kind of being as the man outside. Small girl? I mean, yeah, the maybe the armor dress thing she's got on makes her look a bit petite, but I bet if you were to stand up, you'd be about the same size. And usually men are taller than female, so I think that would mean you're the small one. But anyways, ellipses. The girl says nothing and just stares at me silently. Okay. How can I put this? The figure in front of me is so special that I forget the situation, that the man outside could come and attack at any second. Feels like time has stopped just around me. The fear of death has disappeared, and only the girl fills my vision. Alright, in this brief time period where time has stopped, seems like a good time for a quick... I mean, you know, insert dirty joke here.
Servant Saber, 召喚に従い参上した。
I, Servant Saber, have come forth in response to your summons. Actually, I've come seventh.
Master, 指示を。
Please give me an order, Master. She speaks again. The instant I hear the words Master and Servant. A pain shoots through my left hand. Is it the snake tattoo thingamahoogadrooger? Or no, you're getting the command seals, which is separate from the snake thingamahoogadrooger. It's like a hot iron has been placed on my hand. I grab my left hand instinctively. That must have been the signal, as the girl quietly nods her lovely face. Her lovely... Oh my god, Shiro, how dirty is this inner monologue going to be with Saber?
これより我が剣はあなたと共にあり、あなたの運命は私と共にある。
To be fair, I guess you don't know that she's like 1,000 years old yet. From this time forth, my sword shall be with you and your fate shall be with me. Age is just a number, right?
ここに契約は完了した。
Now, our contract is complete. I mean, the command seals make it complete. Okay, sure.
契約って何の
Contract? What are you talking about? Even I have some knowledge of magic. I understand what that word means. Like summoning a familiar? Did Kiritsugu teach you that much? The girl doesn't answer me and looks away with the same grace she had when she nodded. Okay. She looks at the door of the shed. What, to go chase after Lancer? The enemy? There stands the man, his lance ready in his hand. Oh, he hasn't run away yet? I assumed he just would have run away at this point. Dash, dash, dash. Are we actually going to get a bit of a fight first? She moves faster than I can think. The knightly girl leaps out of the shed without hesitation. To be fair, I have yet to give her an order, but whatevs. Ellipses. Hey, you, get back here and listen to my orders. I'm your master. I get up and follow the girl, even forgetting the pain in my body. There's no way that girl will be a match for him. Sexist! Even armored like that, she's a girl smaller than me. Sizist? Also, I mean, men usually are typically taller than females, though, so that's not unusual. But, yeah, sizist and sexist. Small people are people, too. Yame! Yamero! Yamaryo! Yamete! My words are silenced by the sound. What? A girl who is also short is actually doing well in this combat? Nani? I can't believe my eyes. Females can actually do good things. It's supposed to be the males that protect the females. What? This time my head really goes blank. I just can't compute. How can girls do good in a fight? Doesn't make sense.
なんだあいつ
What is she? I mean, I already comprehended that she was this weird other being like the man, and yet I still didn't even comprehend the idea she could be on the same level. It's almost like I'm sexist. The sound of weapons. The moon is hidden behind the clouds, and the yard has returned to its original darkness. In it, sparks are born from steel hitting steel. Is it steel? Do we know Saber's invisible sword is steel? The lance-wielding man wordlessly attacks the girl who jumped out of the shed. But the girl parries the blow of the lance and knocks away all following attacks, driving the man back with every blow. Ellipses. I can't believe it. Oh shit, epic fight song's back. The girl called Saber is overpowering that man. Oh shit, a female stronger than a male. That's impossible. The battle's begun. What happened between me and him earlier wasn't a battle. It was him playing with me. A battle is a fight between two people who can kill each other. Okay, so you differentiated battle and fight earlier. You can't use the definition of one word in another word if... Wait, so a battle is a fight between two people... I thought you said a fight was when they kill each other. Whatever. You know, Shiro, you're contradicting yourself. Probably because you're in a weird state that you're not used to. Probably because you're not used to seeing women do good in fights or whatever. Despite knowing that frickin' Fujine can kick ass, but... Maybe you've never seen her in her prime. Whatever the difference in skill, if each has a way to kill the other, then you can call it a battle. I thought fight was when they killed each other. What? You're going backwards. Yes, because I personally think of battles as bigger than fights, but then you were saying fights were bigger than battles. So you're being a jokey joke. Their fight is a battle in that sense too. Ha! Is it a fight or a battle? Come on, Shiro. Stop screwing with me. The man's lance that I couldn't even see is thrown with even more power. But, Demo Shikashi. The girl parries it with the thing in her hands and closes in on the man. Giggity. Damn. The man retreats a bit. He holds his lance vertically to protect his ribs as the girl goes for them. She's strong. Nice. Nice invisible sword swing. At least we can see the sword through the invisible swings. Reminds me of Soul Calibur. There's this one weapon that's like so short. It's not invisible, but it's so like the blade is so small you can't see it with a normal eye. But when you swing it and you swing it fast enough, you can like see the wavy waves. So that's what that's making me think of. Gah! For a moment, the man's lance glows. It was a blow like an explosion. I guess it really was one. The instant the man blocks the thing the girl's holding, the lance in his hand glows as if electrified. Ooh. The man, even I, can tell what that is. Yeah, I know that she has like an invisible sword, but I forget beyond that what power she has, so we'll see. That is a force of magical energy so strong that it's visible. Wait, what? No, but it's invisible. Huh? Did I miss something? Oh, you mean she used her invisible to make a visible, I think. In each of the girl's blows is a terrible amount of magical energy. That outrageous amount of magical energy is penetrating the opponent's weapon just by touching it. Penetrating. Such a thing. It would take such force just to block it. If you think the man's lance as an accurate sniper rifle, the blows of the girl are like those of a powerful shotgun. Oh shoot, let's gun off. What guns are we gonna get in our loot box today? Our fate box. Which servant did I get? Oh, I just got the shitty Lancer. I got the Saber, yes! And it's a waifu to boot! Double yes! Every time the girl swings, the yard is filled with light. But this isn't what's overpowering the man. Coward, what are you doing? Coward, what are you doing hiding your weapon? I mean, she's actually being extremely ferocious. I wouldn't call her cowardly. Just for hiding her weapon? I mean, don't servants always hide their true name? Oh, then again, you did ask Archer outright what his true name was. But, you know. The man complains while avoiding the girl's fierce attacks. Ellipses. The girl doesn't answer, but only attacks even more with the thing in her hands. You? The man retreats with not even a chance for counterattack. Because the girl's weapon is invisible. As he cannot sense her range, he would be careless to attack recklessly. I mean, his range is almost certainly bigger than hers, but sure. Still a sword after all. Yes, it's invisible. The girl definitely has something in her hand. But as you can't see what shape it is or how long it is, you can't tell anything about it. I mean, you can tell based on the wavy waves roughly what its shape and size are, but maybe that's for the player's eyes only? Perhaps it's totally invisible, as it does not show up even when sparks fly off from it. But the sparks are an indication. Kasaw! I mean, that's not what he said, but damn! The man must be having a hard time defending against it, as his moves aren't as sharp. Heh, sharp, that's like a pun, because they're using weapons. Dash. And the girl lets out a voice for the first time. Oh, really? But what about that time when she said, our contract is complete, blah, blah, blah. Oh, you mean in this battle, I understand. She swings her weapon with more fury. A storm of swings without pause. The flying sparks remind me of a blacksmith hitting iron. The lance-wielding man blocks him, clutching his tongue. Clucking his tongue. Ooh. Like biting it? Is that what clucking is? I've never heard that term before. Is that when you bite your tongue? Because that would suck. I must say I admire his skill, even though he tried to kill me. Nice. Wait, I thought you said she opened her mouth to speak. Or wait. The girl lets out a voice. Okay, she lets out a voice. Is that the voice? The dashes? Is that the voice? I mean, that's not really a voice. It's not like it's voice dialogue. Anyways, I admire his skill, even though he tried to kill me. The man is blocking invisible blows, watching only the opponent's legs and arms. I guess that makes some amount of sense. Are you watching her dress? Trying to get an upskirt shot? Not her ahoge hair? Maybe it's there for a distraction. Phew. But that's it. You only need to beat down someone who's gone defensive. Well, I mean, okay, sure. As if to say so, the girl steps even closer to the man and... Well, I mean, you could beat them down. You could also run away and hit them from long range. I mean, there's plenty of ways you could beat down someone who's gone defensive. There's plenty of ways to beat someone who's gone offensive. Okay. Delivers a blow with all her might as if smashing him down. Don't underestimate me, fool! He must see this as his opportunity as the man disappears. No, he jumps back, making it look like he disappeared. That's an advanced technique. That's like the after image. He's been training with Master Roshi, or Muten Roshi, if I want to speak in Japanese for a second. The girl's blow cuts through the air and destroys the ground, kicking up dust. The blow swung as a final one was easily dodged. Idiot, what's she doing? Fighting? Like you know. You're not an expert fighterer. Your fight with Lancer was barely a fight. I can tell even from a distance. I don't know about the careful blows from before, but such a big blow won't be able to touch that man. Well, then maybe it was a false strike. Maybe it was trying to lull him into some sort of sense of security. Do you even know how tactics work? Even that man's body must have been straining under all those attacks. But he suppressed it for an instant and jumped away. As if this blow will determine the victor. I think that... Okay, so he said he, but this says ha. Even the Japanese language can't say ha. Therefore, bad translation, I want my money back. The man who jumped back several meters jumps as soon as he lands. As if revisiting his retreat, he jumps at the girl. Reversing his retreat, same thing. In contrast, the girl still has her sword in the ground. How do you know it's invisible? Ellipses! That opening is irrevocable. The red lance returns in less than a second, and... The girl twirls her body with the sword still on the ground. And... She's gonna do like a pirouette attack. Yeah! So the contest lasts less than a second. The man sees his mistake and tries to hold back while the girl uses her whole body to execute her blow. Sumimasen? Ah! What happened? What'd she do? What'd I miss? Ellipses? The man blown away and the girl who blew him away both seem discontent. Why? Because she wanted to kill him? They each launched their blows to kill each other. Okay, what did she do? Did I miss something? Are they going to explain this to me? Because she was like, there was an opening, In contrast, the girl still has her sword in the ground. Uh-huh. Nope, I don't get it. Explain it to me, please. I don't understand your master tactics. They each launched their blows to kill each other. Even if they allowed them to escape immediate danger, they were worthless. Their distance opens. Are you going to explain what just happened? I don't get it. The two stare at each other silently. Okay, I'm going to have to fill in the blanks because the game's not explaining. Let's see here. The red lance swirls. The girl twirls her body with the sword still in the ground. Second sword. Her body is a sword. She is magic. I'm magic. You know. So the contest lasts less than a second. Saber doesn't seem that talkative compared to Lancer. True, she just gets down to brass tacks. Lancer is very much she's more like Archer in that sense, where maybe she might be a conversative, when not in battle. But like in battle, her and Archer both seem to be, the serious type, whereas Lancer's the jovial jokester type. To be fair, some people aren't good at multitasking in the sense that they're not good at talking and doing other things, where some people are good at talking and doing other things. Lancer might be good at fighting and talking, but Saber isn't, or Saber doesn't even really think about talking when fighting. The man sees a mistake, tries to hold back, while the girl uses her whole body. Wait, the girl uses her whole body. Like, does she exert magical energy? Does she summon her lightsaber? Like, is it like a lightsaber where she can summon it with magic and not actually need to actually pick it up? Something like that. Something dark side. That was a Family Guy movie. The two stare at each other silently.
どうしたランサー
What's wrong, Lancer? Okay, there's the magic sword back in her hand. So I guess she did something, and the game just wants us to fill in the blanks, or it was improper translation, because it's not really clear to me what she did.
止まっていては僧兵の名が泣こう。そちらが来ないのなら私が行くが。
It would not do your name credit if you just stand there. If you will not come, I can. I mean, it seems like you've been the one coming this whole time, and he's been on the defensive.
わざわざ死にに来るか。それは構わんが、その前に一つだけ聞かせろ。
Ha! You're gonna come and die? I don't mind. But let me ask you this first. I think that's lazy animation. Reused picture. I think we saw this same picture when he was facing Archer. Lazy. What? I don't mind. I'm a big fan of Gundam Seed, and I don't mind when they reuse. If it's efficient, if it saves them money, if they're able to put their money in good places and not waste money on using the separate images that are slightly different, they could just use the same image. Seems fine to me.
貴様の宝具。それは剣か。
Your noble phantasm. Is it a sword? I mean, she doesn't have to tell you anything. I mean, it's usually better strategy to not tell you something. You're just too talkative. The man glares as if staring right into her heart.
さあどうかな。
Oh, and she's smiling. Ooh, she's getting into it. Okay. Who knows? I mean, you do. Yes, it's a sword. To be fair, from Lancer's point of view, I guess the invisible weapon makes it hard to tell. But I mean, does it really? The way she's holding it? She could be bullshitting, I guess. But what would that make her? Like, based on that armor, she wouldn't be a caster. There's no mount, so she wouldn't be a rider. She doesn't look stealthy enough for... I guess, to be fair, with an invisible weapon, you could potentially be an assassin. I mean, that's about it, though. She wouldn't fit the Berserker role. She's not crazy. So, she's probably just Saber. But I guess, to be fair, you don't want to get complacent and assume that maybe she's assassin. Maybe.
旋風かもしれぬし、双剣かもしれぬ。いや、もしや弓かもしれんぞ、ランサー。
It might be a battle axe or it might be a spear. It might even be a bow, Lancer. Well, I mean, okay, I guess from her point of view, she doesn't know that he's already engaged Archer and knows that Archer is Archer. So, I guess that's a fair enough point. But saying things like, it might not be a sword, even though Saber is a class, and Axe Wielder isn't, and also Spear, Lancer's holding the lance. I feel like this tactic worked better when you weren't in the Grail War, and everybody was shoehorned in their own little roles. To give Lancer a break, his last opponent was an archer who just dual-wielded swords. Well, I mean... Well, okay. What's your point? I mean, now he's facing a sword wielder who doesn't show off that she's wielding a sword. So it's like reversed, I guess.
抜かせ、セイバー。
Keep talking, Saber. I guess he likes it when his opponents talk. Maybe he's good at multitasking while talking, but he like wants to goad other servants into talking because he expects them to not be as good. Perhaps it's really funny for him. The man, the one called Lancer, lowers his lance. It looks like he's indicating that he doesn't want to fight anymore. Bullshit! Eh? Arere? The girl is puzzled by Lancer's actions. But I know that stance. Heroes not falling directly in their roles with specific classes, not directly using their weapons for their roles. Oh, okay, I think I see what you're saying, maybe. Yeah, because Lancer just fought an archer that was sort of using swords. So this makes him think, even if this is a saber, what kind of weirdo sword could it be? That's fair, Because heroes, you know, they're loosey-goosey in their classes. That's fair. She could just be a rider not using her mount. That, I think, is unlikely, because it seems like... Okay, the reason I say that that's unlikely, from Lancer's point of view, is because it seems like Shiro just summoned her. Like, she just appeared. The summoning just happened, and Lancer, I think, witnessed it, in which case Lancer would know if there was a mount, the mount would have, in theory, I think, been summoned with the mounter, and it wasn't. So I think from his point of view, it's unlikely that this is Rider. Fairly unlikely. But I know that stance. Wait, you do? Oh, this was the stance. Oh, is this like... Wait, what is this? It was using that fight, okay, a few hours ago in the schoolyard. Right. The one... Okay, so what's happening? Oh, is he going to attempt to use his final smash again? It's the fatal move that was supposed to have ended the show. Ended the show already? That would have only been like 2 or 3 episodes of Fate Stay Night and the show would have been over.
ついでにもう一つ聞くがな。お互い初見だしよ。ここらで分けって気はないか。
I'll ask just in case since this is our first meeting. Do you want to call it even? What, a draw? So you can have like a temporary partnership or something? Not sure if Saber's interested in having a partnership with the person who was trying to kill Shiro just as she was summoned. Dash. Also, the reason you're even offering a partnership, I think, would mean one of 2 things. Either A, you're trying to get her to lower your guard when you kill her, which is a little playing dirty, or B, you're afraid of her, and you don't want to actually go through with it because you're afraid that she'll beat you. That's another option, which I wouldn't doubt based on how things have been going. You're afraid of the little girl.
悪い話じゃないだろう。そら、あそこでほうけているお前のマスターは使い物にならんし、俺のマスターとて姿を晒せねえ大ふぬけときた。
It's not a big deal, right? See, that senile master over there is useless. Senile? Huh? Okay, what word did he use in Japanese? Because in what way is Shiro senile? That's not really an insult. Like, that's just incorrect. I mean, I'm not an old man. I'm not senile. I don't know. Maybe there was some word in Japanese that's like old man, but you're using it in an insulting way, and it's commonly used as an insult. I've never heard a young person called senile in an insulting manner before. I've never heard that. That senile master over there is useless, and it so happens my master is a coward. He didn't show up for this fight either. That's true.
ここはお互い万全の状態になるまで勝負を持ち越した方が好ましいんだが。
I think it's in both our interests to hold off in this match until we're better prepared. I mean, I think you say that, but that might be your way of getting your master involved to give you better odds of winning this fight that maybe you're afraid of. You certainly didn't make any excuses like this when you were facing Archer.
断る。あなたはここで倒れろ、ランサー。
Except you won't, because he gets away. I refuse. You will fall here, Lancer.
そうかよ。たく。こっちはもともと様子見が目的だったんだぜ。サーバントが出たとあっちゃ、長居する気はなかったんだが。
I see. Jeez. All I wanted to do was check things out, you know? I didn't want to stay long once a servant came out, and yet you still decide to stay. You could have ran like a pussy. You haven't done that yet. When are you gonna run? Maybe you're gonna do a fake out, like you're gonna pretend that you're doing your final smash, but then you're gonna get the heck out of here. Or maybe you'll sense Archer coming, and that will be your cue to get out of here, because you won't want to fight them both. Oh, here's the aura. It seems like the air around them distorted. Lancer lowers his stance. And you could also say he lowers his lance. A chill runs through the air at that moment. It's exactly like back then. The magical energy rumbles in a whirlpool centered on that lance.
Hog,
Noble phantasm. I mean, yeah, his lance that's I still find that so confusing. Like, their weapon is their noble phantasm, but their final smash is also their noble phantasm. I find it easier to just call them final smashes for differentiation. The girl readies her apparent sword and glares at the enemy in front of her. The girl facing the enemy knows better than I how dangerous he is.
じゃあな、その心臓もらい受ける。
See ya. I'll take that heart of yours. Heart eater? Oh no, you can't take the heart of hers because... I was gonna make a sexual joke, but it's like a heart. It's not really a sexual joke I can make. If you guys can think of a sexual joke that involves a heart, leave it in the comments or chat down below. Fill in my dirty jokes for me. Expand my dirty repertoire. The beast jumps. Wait, is he really using it? Is he really unloading his final smash already? Did not expect this. Thought they were going to cock tease us with this for a while. Lancer instantly appears in front of the girl as if he teleported and thrusts his lance at the girl's feet. Okay, is this the final smash? Dash, 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 dash. It was a bad move even in my eyes. With the lance already lowered, it wouldn't be effective to aim low at the girl. To prove my point, the girl jumps over the lance and moves forward to slash Lancer anyway. So is he screwing with them? Is he not actually using his final smash? Was it a fake out? At that moment...
Gay?
Gay? Gay what? Oh, is he gonna say Gay Bolg? Is that the name of his weapon? With words themselves charged with magical energy. Based on the spelling of gay just there. That makes me think of Gay Bolg from... That's a Fire Emblem weapon. Although I'm pretty sure it's based on a real-life historical thing, which I'm unfamiliar with, so that still doesn't really tell me what servant this is. But, okay, he uses Gay Bolg. What's that based on? Interesting, okay, I think so. I think I'm right. Gay Bolg is a lance, with words themselves charged with magical energy.
Bark!
I'm right! The lance thrusts at the girl's feet, rushes toward her heart. Oh, well, it sounds like this is the final smash, given that he said its name, Bonkai. Whatever, either order. Final Bonkai. Eh? Ow! Well, Saber's dead. Game over. Her body rises into the air. The girl is driven up into the air by the blow of the lance, and she crashes down. No, lands on the ground. Ow. Hey Saber, if you're familiar with Gay Bolg, do you want to tell me what that is and what servant he is now that you know the name of his weapon? Maybe later. You're a little busy, I guess. She's bleeding. But not dead, it doesn't seem. The girl, who hasn't even received a scratch so far, is bleeding badly from her chest. A curse. No. A reversal of causality. The heck does that mean? Reversal of causality. That sounds trippy. I'm trying to remember what causality means. I'm surprised too. No, since I saw it from a distance, I can tell better than her that the attack just now was a strange one. Well, she didn't die. But is it, like, gonna be something that kills her slowly? Is she doomed? Probably not. The lance was definitely aimed at her feet. So it's a misdirection tactic. He's able to somehow auto-adjust the aim with the Gay Bolg's powers. It suddenly changed its course, moving strangely in an impossible direction and pierced the girl's heart. Sure, I mean, as far as final smashes go, I've certainly seen fancier ones than that, but something. I mean, always the starter final smash has to be the worst one, right? Lancer has got the gypped final smash. Lancer's like the Jigglypuff of the Fate universe. Got the gypped final smash where, like, people can just get away, and then her big form will do nothing. That's how it was in Brawl. I feel like they might have changed it in the recent games, but I forget. The lance itself has not grown or bent. It looks so natural that it makes one think that the lance was already in her heart, and for that reason it's strange. Yeah, that's very strange. It's not as simple as the lance changing its course and piercing her heart. Is it a genjutsu? An illusion? He makes her think that he's aiming for her feet, but in reality he's aiming for her heart, and she just can't tell because of his illusion? Maybe that's what the swirling energy was. Like, as he swirls it around his lance, maybe if she looks too much into that, that traps her in the genjutsu, and that's his real final smash, is the illusion itself, and not the actual act of stuff. Maybe. The lance did not change its course, but changed the means so that the result would be so. I mean, there's also that. You could also do something weird like that. Change the means. Explain what that means? Explain what the means means! The lance thrust with that name carried the result of piercing her heart as a promise. As a premise. Hold on, what? Are you guessing this, or do you somehow know this? I feel like you're guessing. The lance thrust with the name. So, when he said Gay Bolg, it ensured that it would thrust at the heart, because Gay Bolg always hits the heart? Is that what you're saying? So no matter where he aims, it will always autocorrect? It's got a targeting system? I guess. It seems to have failed, though, because if it was trying to hit her heart, I mean, she's alive. Usually a hit to the heart is an instant death. To be fair, it wasn't against you, but I think that was a bit different. In other words, the process and the result were reversed. That sounds confusing, and I think my idea of it being a genjutsu makes more sense, but sure. As long as there was the result of the lance piercing her heart, the course of the lance was merely something added later to prove the fact. Huh? Okay, is this something Saber tells you later? Because you just assuming this sounds like a load of BS. In other words, the process and the result, as long as there was the result of the lance piercing her heart, the course of the lance was merely something added to prove the fact. So he had to attack her somehow so that the lance could get to the heart, but the lance would always get to the heart so long as he attacked. So it's an autocorrect thing. Even if it has to bend reality to autocorrect. That is kind of trippy, I guess. Sounds weird, and I'm not sure how you're so easily coming to that conclusion, but okay. An evil thorn that breaks through all defenses. But she's still alive, so it failed somehow. A lance that pierces the heart every time it's used. But she's still alive. A weapon that determines your fate just by its use. Also, if memory serves, back when we were playing as Rin, and she got cornered by Saber, we got a look at Saber. She didn't look bloody, so I mean... Is she like genjutsuing his genjutsu and she's not actually hurt or something? Or is she gonna heal herself somehow? Because, she looked fine when she went to go for the blow on Rin, if memory serves. How can anyone block such a ridiculous attack? How can you even come up with that as the explanation of how it works? Is that really how you think it works? I think the much simpler explanation is that it's a trick of the eyes, but whatever. Even if that is how it works, why would that be your conclusion based on seeing it once? Seems odd. However the enemy tries to dodge it, the lance will pierce their heart without fail. That's why this move is fatal. Okay, sure. Are we like getting an omniscient narrator all of a sudden, even though it seems like this should be from Shira's point of view? Feels like he knows too much about magical magic for all of a sudden. A cursed lance that always pierces the opponent with one thrust. Oh, and now it's cursed, and you know it's cursed too. Seems like you're conjecturing a lot. But the girl has evaded it by a small margin. She is wounded, but it was not a fatal blow. In a sense, her actions were more impossible than the lance. Okay, how so? So how did she avoid it? What'd she do? Again, if this was something she did in Fate Zero, I forgot. Like, aside from the fact that she had an invisible sword, I've basically forgotten all of what her powers were. I don't even remember what her final smash is. I really don't. The instant the lance was thrust, she turned and jumped back with all her might, as if she knew this was going to happen. Either she had incredible luck or enough divine protection to nullify the curse of the lance. Incredible luck or enough divine protection. I highly doubt it was luck. She's a very skilled fighter. So maybe she like somehow pumped magic in front of her heart to deflect the blow, anticipating something crazy because, I mean, it's always bound to be crazy if it's a final smash. Or something. Either way, she avoided a fatal blow and sullied the lance's name. Okay. Do you know what a Gaybolg is? Do you know? Have you done your history? Are you aware of the Gaybolg and what it normally does? Is that why that's the conclusion you're coming to? Historically, is that what it does? I don't remember exactly how the Gaybolg traditionally works in Fire Emblem, but I would not be surprised if it had an extremely high hit rate. That would sort of jive with this interpretation. If it had a really high hit rate, then like 150 or something, it probably would never miss. Maybe something like that. I could see that, but I'm not familiar with the historical context of Gaybolg. I just know it from Fire Emblem. The girl catches her breath. The blood that was running so much has stopped, and even her stab wound is Wait. The blood that was running so much has stopped, and even her stabbed wound is healing. Oh, is she like Wolverine healing powers? I mean, I guess all the servants probably have that to an extent, but it feels like she probably was really badly wounded, right? So, wouldn't it take a little time? Ellipses. I guess that's extraordinary. I knew she wasn't normal, but still, that's too strange. Very strange. Is that a Saber thing or an all-Serban thing? I don't remember. I mean, I'm sure they all have fast healing properties, but are they all this fast? Like her skills to fight against Lancer, like the incredible magical energy in each of her blows, and like her body that heals by itself, this girl clearly surpasses Lancer. Hold on, okay, I'm gonna say what I think is a spoiler for Fate Zero real quick. I'm trying to remember. I want to say she fought that series as Lancer, and like, okay, she had auto healing, or I still don't remember if all servants have this, or she just have this, but she does have auto healing. But like that Lancer, his lance had some properties that prevented her auto healing, and so she couldn't auto heal for a bit. I'm remembering now that that's a thing, but I'm still not sure if she's the only one with auto healing. I forget that part. Anyways, this girl clearly surpasses Lancer, but that was only up to now. Even if it's healing, her wound is deep. If Lancer attacks her now, she'll be defeated without even being able to defend herself. But, this is when Archer shows up, Archer and Rin. With this overwhelming advantage, Lancer doesn't move. He glares at the girl, grinding his teeth so hard that I can hear it, because he expected her to die. You evaded it, Saber, my fatal Gaybolg. That's bad. Once someone's seen your final smash, they can learn how to counter it. In fact, it seems like she may already know how to counter it. And once they know how to counter it, your final smash becomes a lot worse. That's why you generally hide your identity as a servant, so they don't know how to predict your final smash. A voice that seems to echo from the ground. Oh, so you didn't know what it was already, yet you still defended it somehow. Gaybolg. You're Ireland's Man of Light! Oh, Ireland. Interesting. Okay. It's an Irish name? Gaybolg. Sounds Irish, yeah. You know, I'm actually descended from... I'm a good bit Irish, right? I'm like 50-50. I'm 50-50 Irish-Scottish. And then there's like 5% French in there, but we don't talk about that because I don't like French. I had to learn French in school for a little bit, and I hated it. Because of that, I have a vendetta against all of French and all of France. I'm just kidding, not really. But anyways, you're Ireland's Man of Light. Yeah, I forget which it is. I think, does my mom? I don't remember. I think they both are half and half. I was trying to remember if one's the other and one's... No, I think they're both half and half. Or is one and one the other? I forget off the top of my head. Anyways, yeah, I'm about half and half Irish-Scottish. Gaybolg, Lancer frowns. His hostility disappears and he clucks his tongue in annoyance. I screwed up. If I'm gonna use this move, it needs to be fatal. Jeez, I guess being too famous is bad too. Correct? The pressure goes away. So, are we gonna learn his actual name? Are you gonna hide that from us too, Saber? I mean, yes, you've said he's Iron Man's man or whatever, but what's his name? Lancer doesn't even attack the wounded girl and simply turns his back and moves to the edge of the yard. You're gonna run now, really? It'd be nice to finish her off while she knows your secret, but I guess you're not confident you can? Maybe you can't. That's interesting. Where is your gay bulb? It's not in your hands anymore. Does it take time to recover? Like, after you use it, does it take some time before it can regenerate in your hands? I'm pretty sure in Fire Emblem, usually magic, great, super awesome weapons like that have infinite usage. Not always. Sometimes they just have a lot of uses. More recent games, they tend to have infinite usage. Lance doesn't even attack and simply moves to the edge of the yard.
己の正体を知られた以上、どちらかが消えるまでやり合うのがサーバントのセオリーだが、あいにくうちの雇い主は臆病者でな。槍が交わされたのなら帰ってこい、なんて抜かしやがる。
It's the rule of the servants to fight to the death if your identity is discovered. I mean, you'd think you'd want to do that even before your identity is discovered, but whatever. Unfortunately, my master is a coward. He's telling me to go back since you've evaded my lance. And he's telling you that there's no kind of phone. You're not talking over any kind of phone call. How does this work? Can all servants' masters do this? Or is his master just a strong magical user who's got some kind of magical connection with his servant and is using it to do like a magical phone call? In which case, his master has to be a decently strong magical user, or at least strong in that particular area? Also, if your master's a coward, that's merit to Shinji, because to me, Shinji's a bit of a coward fuckface. Shit face.
逃げるのか、ランサー。
You're running away, Lancer? I mean, yeah, it's exactly what he said.
ああ、追ってくるのなら構わんぞ、セイバー。
I don't mind if you come after me, Saber. Hey, then maybe we'd actually get to see your master.
ただし、その時は決死の覚悟を抱いてこい。
Just be prepared to die when you do. That's a bluff. That's a bluff. Too bad Archer gets in the way. Otherwise, we might have actually been able to chase him down. With one bound, Lancer easily jumps over the wall and disappears.
待て、ランサー。
Wait, Lancer! The wounded girl starts running to pursue the enemy. Wounded? Really? From Rin's point of view, she did not look wounded. Maybe because Rin idolizes the saber idea so much that she just didn't look wounded from her perspective, even though she was totally wounded? Maybe. Starts running to pursue the enemy. Is she stupid? I mean, I don't see a lance in his hand, so maybe he actually doesn't have it for now and needs to, like, regenerate it or something. I run through the yard with all my strength. The girl will go after him if I don't stop her instantly. But there was no need for that, because Archer Rin? When the girl tries to jump over the wall, she clenches her chest and stops. Oh yeah? Oh, what's up? Oh, are you feeling bad? So when does Archer show up? I run to her and stare at her. No, I tried to approach her to call out to her, but I forget about it the instant I come near her. Wait, what? I tried to approach her to call out to her. Wouldn't you call out before approaching? That's generally the politer thing to do. I forget about it the instant I come near her, because what, she's hot? Or she's hot and bothered. Like, you know, because she's hurt and stuff. So she's bothered. To put it simply, everything about her is absurd. I mean, yeah, women that can fight good? I mean, what? Now that I'm near her, I can tell that the shining armor she wears is really heavy. Yeah, but she's strong. The old-fashioned cloth is smooth, a vivid blue. No, that isn't what fascinates me. The girl who seems to be a few years younger than me is beautiful. A few years younger, that's rich. Does she really look a few years younger than you? What? No. I'd argue she looks older than you. She looks, if I'm being honest, to me she looks closer to Fujine's age. Maybe 20? Like physically? She does not look younger than you. I think that's, even if that was the intention, I don't think they got that across very well with the drawings. But even if she does look a few years younger than you, that is untrue. She is hundreds of years old, if not over 1,000. I mean, I know it's not quite the same thing of the servant, the heroic spirit, but anyways, the golden hair lit by the moonlight is finely textured as if sparkled with gold dust. Sprinkled. Sparkled? The face was some sign of naivete as elegance, and her white skin looked soft. Oh, darn, you can't get a good look at the boobs, though. Covered by the armor. You gotta get out of that and get some more casual clothes. Dash. I can't call out to her because I'm fascinated by her beauty. There it is again. God, such a big boner. And also for another reason. What other reason? Why? Because seeing the girl fighting and getting hurt somehow made me mad. Oh, you don't like when girls get hurt. You gotta protect all of the female gender. Yep. It's not good for a girl to fight on your behalf. You have to fight on their behalf. All the while I'm fascinated with her. The girl is her hand on her chest. How close is it to her boobs? But that ends quickly. The girl lets her chest go and looks up as if the pain has gone away. She stares directly at me. Okay, it's kind of hard to see her eyes. Oh, there it is. Hey there, Saber. First normal look at you. What's up? I'm not sure how I should talk to her, but I know something about her. The wound is gone. Just like that, she's back to tip-top shape. Now, is that a you thing or is that a servant thing? I forget. Even though it's missed her heart, that lance stabbed her in the chest, but she's unscathed. Uh-huh. And how did it miss her heart? Are we going to get an explanation from that, Saber? What do you know? How did you protect yourself? Nandesu ka? I've heard of healing magic, but I didn't see her use anything like that. Maybe it's a property of her armor or something? So that must mean she automatically heals even when she is wounded. Ellipses! Exclamation point! Then my brain switches gear. There's no time to be fascinated by her. She's a strange being. I can't let my guard down until I know what she is. She's your servant. She's already said so. Then again, in your situation, you don't really understand what that means, so I can see why you should be afraid a bit. You're really gonna call her oh my, even though she just saved you? Fuck you, Shiro. Who are you? Maybe you just call everyone oh my. That's a little too blunt, though. She's your savior who you're scared of. You really shouldn't be calling her oh my. I take half a step back and ask her. What do you mean? I am the servant Saber. Uh-huh. You summoned me, so I do not think you need to confirm it. Yeah, that's the whole thing, about the whole me summoning you. Could you explain how that works? Because Shiro doesn't know. I think I have an idea of how it happened, but even I'm not entirely clear on the details. The servant Saber? Yes, so please call me Saber. She replies without hesitation. Her tone is polite yet gentle, and just hearing it makes my head go blank. Uh-huh. What am I getting excited about? Because you also have a dirty mind or thinking about penis jokes? I see. That's a strange name. I hide my burning face with my hand and reply really stupidly. I don't know what else to say. Oh gosh, I just thought of something. It's like, are we ever gonna get Saber here to run into Kirei or something? Because that would be awkward. Anyways. I wouldn't know of any such things to say. Since I asked her name, isn't it natural for her to introduce herself? In that case, being polite to stay silent like this. I mean, she sort of introduced herself as Saber. To be fair, she probably should tell you her proper title, but you should probably do that more in private when you're alone. Maybe she already senses Archer coming up on you guys? I'm Shiro. My name is Emiya Shiro, and I live in this house. Okay, is she gonna react to the name Emiya at all? She should. What am I doing? Are my answers getting stupider? But she told me her name, so I should answer too. I know I'm confused right now, but I have to be polite no matter who this is. Especially because they saved your life, in case you didn't process that. Are you too busy thinking about your own self that you didn't notice her expression and her reactions? I guess to be fair, you don't know, but she knows. The girl, Saber just stares at me without changing her expression. Goddamn liar. I'm sure she did change it slightly. You just don't notice that kind of thing because you're not subtle.
いや違う、今のはなしだ。聞きたいのはそういうことでなくて、つまりだな。
No, wait, I take that back. That's not what I meant to ask you. Actually,
分かっています。あなたは正規のマスターではないのですね。
I know, you're not a formal master, correct? You know that? Do you really? How much do you know?
ね、
Huh?
しかし、それでもあなたは私のマスターです。契約を交わした以上、あなたを裏切りはしない。
But you're still my
そのよう
master.
に警戒する必要はありません。
As long as we have made a contract, I'll not betray you. There's no need for you to be so cautious. Do you know about Kiritsugu's passing, I wonder? Does, like, the Grail imparts you with general knowledge of, like, how the world works, but I don't think it gives you information like people. So, I don't think you know, in which case, I'd assume you'd be curious as to what's up with Kiritsugu. To some extent, I think you'd wonder. Huh? Although she might not want to ask him directly. Crap. I can hear her words, but they make no sense to me. All I know is that she's calling me with a ridiculous word like master.
それは違う。俺マスターなんて名前じゃないぞ。
That's wrong, Shigao. I think I'm sort of learning that too, Shigao. Anyways, my name isn't Master, it's Shiro.
それでは素人。ええ、私としてはこの発音の方が好ましい。
Then I shall call you Shiro. Yes, I like the sound of that better. To be fair, you probably called Kiritsugu Master a lot. Maybe you don't want to associate. As long as you don't call him Emiya. Let me guess. He's about to be... Oh, that's a little formal. Don't you think you could call me Emiya? And maybe she'll respond being like, no. Because it is very formal to jump straight to Shiro. In Japanese, you usually will call someone by their family name unless you know them rather well. As soon as she says my name, I think my face lit up on fire. Shouldn't you call someone by their last name on a first meeting? It still bugs me. It triggers me that they call it the last name and yet still put it first in the text. Like, you gotta do it one or the other. Like, either put it last or call it the family name, not the last name. But, yeah, on a first meeting?
ちょっと待て。なんだってそっちの方。
Wait a minute. Why are you calling me? Ow! Pain suddenly runs through my left hand. It's burning! Oh, there it is. The back of my hand is burning. Hey, you still have 3 command seals, and Rin's about to be down to 1 in a second. You got an advantage, yes! On my left hand is a strange mark that looks like a tattoo. Interesting hand drawing. Looks kind of... The fingers look weird. What the...
それは霊樹と呼ばれるものです、シロ。
That's called a command spell, Shiro.
私たちサーバントを律する3つの命令権であり、マスターとしての命でもある。むやみな使用は避けるように。
This seems like a much more nice meeting between servant and master than Rin and her servant. Then again, the summonings, you know, it was still odd summoning circumstances though, because like Rin did it, you know, not at the right time, but Shiro didn't even know he was doing it, but I guess he still did it at the right time. What time is it? Is it like 2 a.m. right now? I don't know. Is the 3 claims on a servant's obedience and the life of a master. Please do not use it thoughtlessly. Uh-huh. That's the command spell, Shiro. Although, hold on. That's the question. Because when Rin summoned, she was attempting to summon Saber, but she didn't have anything that specifically pointed to Saber, so she just had to make a good summoning and hope she got Saber. When whoever set up the summoning circle for Shiro to use, I'm assuming white-haired girl, did she go out of her way to make it so that it would be Saber? Like, did she go super out of her way? Because otherwise... Okay, well, I guess to be fair, there's only 1 slot left, so it has to be Saber. But, like, does it have to be this Saber? Because, you know, seems like a pretty strong Saber. I don't know, I'm just thinking about this. I don't know if white-haired girl would even know about Saber from Fate Zero. I don't remember. I don't think they ever met. Like, I know that she wouldn't like Kiritsugu very much, and by extension, she probably doesn't like Shiro very much. I don't even know if she knows about Saber. Maybe she does, in which case, maybe she gave Saber to Shiro as a way to be funny, or like something like that. Because maybe what she really wants isn't to actually beat Shiro. She wants to beat Kiritsugu, but that's impossible now that he's dead. So her next best bet is beating Shiro with the same servant that Kiritsugu used. If she somehow found out about that, maybe. Anyways, the 3 claims on a servant's obedience and the life of a master. Please do not use it thoughtlessly. Unlike a certain other master who is in theory more skilled than you. Then again, because it's arguably because she was more skilled that she was more willing to use them. Because you're so new to this, you'll probably be very scared to use even one for a while. Like, I don't want to waste one. And maybe you won't even use one in an important circumstance, which could backfire. But anyways.
Omae?
Who? Calling her Omae again. I think he called her Omae. Like, God, what a dick.
シロ、傷の治療を。
Shiro, heal my wounds. I don't think he's capable of that kind of magic. Then again, she would be used to it. That's how she did it back in the day. Although it wasn't Kiritsugu that did that either. She speaks in a cold voice. It seems her attention is on something far away behind the wall, not on me. She can sense Archer. Yeah, and she's prepping for another fight.
待て、まさか俺に言ってるのか。悪いけど、そんな難しい魔術は知らないし、それにもう治ってるじゃないか、それ。
You're asking me? I'm sorry, but I don't know any such difficult magic. Besides, it's already healed, isn't it? Maybe it's only healed. Maybe its appearance is healed to, like, fend off other attackers and make them think she's automatically healing, but she doesn't actually automatically heal? I think she automatically heals. Maybe it's, like, not full and she still could use more? Saber frowns a bit. I think I said something really wrong there.
ではこのままで臨みます。自動修復は外面を覆っただけですが、あと一度の戦闘ならば支障はないでしょう。
Oh, I get it. I shall face them as I am now. The regeneration only healed the outside, but one more fight should not be a problem. Wow, that's confident. Only healed the outside. Oh, didn't heal the internal organs? You didn't get stabbed in the heart, though, did you? What did you get stabbed? I guess it probably just ruptured some blood vessels or something. That sounds nasty. It's kind of hard to tell when it's only on the inside. You're certainly taking it like a trooper. Wouldn't you bleed from the mouth, though, if that's a problem? I'm not sure. Surprised, even in your condition, you still managed to fuck them up big time. I guess you did get the drop on them, though.
あと一度って何を？
One more what?
外の敵は2人。この程度の重圧なら数秒で倒し得る相手です。
There are 2 enemies outside. Judging by their presence, it should only take a few seconds to defeat them. What? Really? You underestimating Archer that much? You think he's that weak? You think the Master Rin is that weak? Who's better in your opinion, Archer or Lancer? Who's stronger in your tier list opinion? Saying so, Saber jumps lightly. Just like Lancer, she leaps over the wall and disappears outside. I'm left alone in the yard.
外に敵？
Enemies outside? As soon as I say it aloud, I realize what it means.
ちょっと待て、まだ戦うっていうのか、お前。
Hold on, are you gonna fight again? I mean, yeah, I don't know if the translation is a problem, but she just said that, right? One more fight should not be a problem. Yeah, she said just that, so... My body starts to move. Yeah, okay, if he catches this, he's gonna stop it from happening. Without thinking, I run to the gate with full force. Besides, if he doesn't stop it from happening, there's no chance for me to have a waifu route with Ren, so... I run to the gate, unlock it with trembling hands, and jump outside. Okay, what do I catch? Has she already done the rest? Is it already that far into combat?
Saber, どこだ?
Saber, where are you? I search through the dark. The moon is hidden, now of all times, and it's completely dark. But I hear something nearby.
そこか。
There? I run to the small road with no sign of anyone on it. It all happens in an instant. Saber's confronting a familiar guy in red. Ah, that same guy. But this time, do you actually see Rin there? Saber runs at the man in red without hesitation, takes his guard down with one blow, and easily slashes the man in red. Saber raises her arm to finish him off. But right before the man in red's neck is slashed, he disappears as a powerful magic is cast. Saber doesn't stop. No, she goes for the master. She's bloodthirsty. She dashes to the person behind the man in red and easily cuts off the... Okay, don't do that, text. Please don't do that. Can I stop it from doing that? That's getting annoying. She dashes to the person behind the man in red and easily cuts off the large smell that person launched. Is there anything I can do about that in, like, config? At all? Hold on. Special effects on, hide text while switching images off. Wait, but I have it off. I'm not seeing any way to turn... That's getting obnoxious, that's all I'm saying. I mean, I can deal with it, but if I didn't have to deal with it, that'd be preferred. She dashes to the person behind the man in red and easily cuts off the large spell the person launched. What the? I knew she was strong, but this is overwhelming. That spell right now was at a level of intervention magic that I cannot even compare with. Oh, you mean the spell Rin threw out, so you at least noticed that. Well, there you go. And it still did like nothing to Saber. Father could use one as strong as that, but to cast a natural intervention of that power instantly, I don't think even a first-class magus could do so. She didn't, though. That's right. She didn't actually cast it with her own thing. She cast it out of one of her beads and wasted it completely. But Saber nullified even that masterclass magic. The enemy must be a magus, as the match is decided right there. The magus' attacks are no use against Saber, and she mercilessly attacks the magus. And is this when you yell out, Yamate? A sound of someone falling backwards. The magus has miraculously dodged Saber's blow, but the enemy now cannot move. She did? She dodged the blow? Are we now in future tense, or did Rin actually dodge that initial blow? I don't remember where exactly Rin cut off, but... Saber corners the enemy and points her invisible sword. How do you know? It's invisible. How can you tell she's pointing it? Ellipses. My mind freezes. Probably because the moon lights up the scene for an instant. I can tell that the figure Saber is pointing at is human. Wait, I can tell the figure Saber is pointing at... Okay, that's grammar good. I can't tell who it is, but the image of Saber killing someone and getting splattered with blood pops into my head. Yeah, that's grody. So you don't even know who it is. Oh, that makes you a good person. I mean, if it was Rain, you might have been saving her just to try to get into her pants. But you're saving it because it's anyone. That's nice. Ellipses. Saber moves. She pierced the enemy's throat with the thing in her hand.
Yamero! Saber!
Ooh, that's the Imperial form. He means business. Stop, Saber! I was expecting Yamate. Te is another way to add emphasis to a verb in place of... You could do Yamaru yo. That's a lot like Yamate, to my understanding. But he didn't even do that. He did Yamaro, which... That's the Imperial verb, which means... That means you're it's sort of like... It's kind of hard to explain, but you're talking down to them. You're being very serious. You're kind of swearing. I scream as loud as I can. Her sword stops. Thank God I can't see her sword. Why? Because it would probably be extremely close to the person's neck or something? The end of her invisible sword isn't wet with the enemy's blood. Oh, well, that's good.
Yamero! 頼むからやめてくれ.
Wow. Even though now that you've calmed down, you still say Yamato. Wow. Don't. Please don't do it, Saber. I address her, glaring. Preparing myself to do my best to stop her. Even getting in her way if necessary?
なぜ止めるのです、シロ。彼女はアーチャーのマスターです。ここで仕留めておかなければ。
I think she said Nazeto? Wait. I'm familiar with Nazeta. I've never heard Nazeto. That might be a different way of saying that. Nazeta is why. I know that, but... Okay. Why do you stop me, Shiro? She is Archer's master. We have to kill her here. That's cold. That is cold. I just blew a Yu-Gi-Oh card off my desk. I keep a... Okay. By the way, I keep a collection of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. just on my desk to mess with when I'm bored, because I feel like I always have to be doing something. So I have like just, okay, here's Hain, Utopian Aura, Change of Heart, Armed Samurai Benkei, Ryurin. It's just a mishmash of random stuff. The Little Swordsman of Ali, Blue Eyes Toon Dragon, Skulldog Marin, God, what is this one? Mario Kutai, Eat Gaboon, Man-Eating Treasure Chest, Crab Turtle, Gorgon's Eye, Flashbang, Barrel Behind the Door, the Resolute Mech Lord Army, and this one's in Chinese. I got a Chinese Yu-Gi-Oh card. No, this is Japanese. Never mind. I see the katakana. I thought for a second it was Chinese. I can't read it though. There's too much kanji. But it's a metal guy. I don't know when I got a Japanese card. It's flashy and shiny though. It looks cool. Anyways, with that, I think we're going to go ahead and stop it here, because now we're past the point of where Rin was in her perspective. So let's go ahead and save. Japanese Yu-Gi-Oh cards for the win. But anyways, she is Archer's master. We have to kill her here. That's very bloodthirsty of you, Saber. Very bloodthirsty of you. Now's when I would say, well, in Fate Zero, you weren't like that. You didn't want to, do something so underhanded, especially towards a child master. But she was out of character, so I guess I just ignore it. No, I'm not going to ignore everything. I'll treat it as if it was all still there until this game shows proof to the contrary. And if the proof is there, the proof is there. If it's not, then it's not. So I'm just going to say that for now, this seems very out of character for Saber compared to how she was in Fate Zero. Because, yes, I'm going to make that comparison. Oh, shit. I just said she seems out of character. But when I say she seems out of character, that's more... Okay, I got to be clear. I'm using that as a term of... I'm wondering why she's out of character. Not that I think this is bad writing. Anyways, just to be clear. Because that there is a distinction to be made there. When I think someone does something that seems out of character, I'm not saying, oh, that's bad writing. I'm saying, oh, that's weird. Why are they like this? I wonder. What's the reason behind it? Anyways, that's my mindset on the matter. So I'll go ahead and stop recording here. No drop frames. That's nice. See you guys in the next one, where I guess we'll actually find out that it's Rin. And then we'll get to threesome. Me, Saber, and Rin right here. Let's go. And then we let Saber kill her. What? Stop recording.